Hello everybody. Today is March 18, 2015. And I didn't really want to do this. I wanted to do it until at least 23rd, 24th of March. But again, something bigger than me pushed me to do it. Because, hey Grace, why don't you tell everybody what you know and what you feel in this very, very important time? Don't be selfish, which makes sense when we look at the unconditional love and sharing with each other what we know, what we believe in. That's love. And I love you guys. That's why I'm doing this. We are going through a portal. What portal? The dimensional portal. We're starting actually today. I have a strong belief that that's what it is. And the main door kind of opens on March 20th this year, 2015. And no, it's not going to be, okay, you're going to the fifth dimension or you're staying in the third. You have only 24 hours to decide. No, it's going to take longer. I believe many, many months or maybe even years to come. But the door officially, it's opening. The portal from the third, fourth to the fifth dimension. It's very important to know because it comes with the major question: who is going, who is staying, and what to do to be in the fifth dimension. Or how do I know if I'm in the fifth or third dimension? And probably this is something for a bigger conversation, but just in a nutshell. You see, the intellect and love, that's what came to me in a shower. And usually in a shower or in the middle of the night, I get a download from the above, from the universe, on what's important, what to say. And that's what happened this time. Intellect and love. Let's look at this really quickly. What's more important? Oh, the third dimension was more about the abstract from the third dimension. When it comes to intellect. And the fifth dimension is all about love. So, intellect versus emotions. Brain versus heart. You see where I'm going with this? And how this works in real life. When my grandmother came to me with the gift of forgiveness, and some of you probably watched already that video, but to remind you quickly, when she was alive, I was a trivial, today I have to say a really stupid thing, but you see that was already predestined that way. So she shows up many, many years later, and I still have that grudge in my heart. And she gives me a hug in a dream vision. And that hug changes everything for good, forever, in my case. Because that was not just the forgiveness that I was actually laughing when I ever thought that I was angry with her. Or needed any forgiveness. Like, what? What happened? What just happened? The very next day, when I got out, I was so full of unconditional love and peace and joy and happiness. For 4 days, and the 4 disappeared. And after that, just as today, as vividly I remember that euphoria, being absolutely in ecstasy of how that feels on the other side, what love is, that my grandmother showed me. We can use, I'm using my intellect, my verbal abilities to convey to you how that felt then. But that's only abstract words. Brain is working. Because how that felt versus how I can describe it in a music, in a poem, on a picture, painting, in a book, in the front of you, in the front of the video camera. It's only intellect working. But how that felt in heart, it's undescribable. And you see, and my point is a lot more powerful. So our feelings will always override all that intellectual description, brain stuff, okay? Now be very careful, before I forget, what you're thinking of, what you're speaking of, what you're doing, what you're trying to accomplish, your goals, etc. Because you heard that saying, wherever the intention goes, energy flows. So whatever you're putting your focus on, that's what you're creating. And now going to the fifth dimension, so you know, now we're talking quantum physics. That's a different ballgame altogether. Before we were in 3D, we used the universal law of cause and effect. So something would have to happen in order to have an effect. In quantum, which is 5D, is no such a thing. It happens in the moment you think of. And that's why we will have more and more synchronicities, which is divinely, the divine prepare for us all the plate of things, the road of things happening, if we aligned with our core, our soul, what we're supposed to do. You know you're on the right path if that happens. Let's say I'm thinking of my friend Joey, and Joey calls. I'm thinking I would love to talk to people in Poland on a huge stage, delivering this inspiring new information of what's going on right now in the universe, never mind in our homes. And then the agent calls and says, Grace, I watch your videos. I really would love to invite you. Would you consider to Warsaw, Krakow, Gdańsk? You see what I'm saying? Whatever your desires are. So now, what should I do, you would say? Just do your thing. And do your thing, not somebody else's dream or thing, your thing. What is your soul purpose? What makes you happy? What makes you joyful? What brings you love, happiness, and feeling ecstatic? Because that's what you should do. And then all these quantum synchronicities will start happening all the time. All the time. Because you are on the right path. You aligned with who you truly are. So now that we're going to the fifth dimension, all that negativity, whining, complaining, being constantly unhappy, being not childlike but childish about stuff, and just I'm not happy about this, I'm not happy about that, and I don't know if I ever will be happy, and the world is horrible, and yes, we're gonna have a war, and yes, it's all disaster, and oh, and I cannot forgive my parents for what they done to me, and my partner, my husband or wife, forget it. It's not gonna happen. That's 3D. That's how it feels like. Okay? The 5D, the fifth dimension, is about a joy, about ascending to understanding that, you know what, maybe yes, I had a problem with my divorce, with my ex-husband. Maybe I had a horrible childhood. Maybe I hated the job and the boss, what he did to me. But I thank them for it. Because that was designed for me to learn something. That was a life lesson. Maybe many, many life lessons. But today I'm stronger. Today I know more. And today I'm gonna detach from all the drama, negativity, and nonsense that brings me down, that makes me unhappy, because I want to be who I truly are, the beautiful soul that I came as and I'm gonna live as. Now I'm gonna give you the last thought for the day. Just think about something. We treat each other with sometimes so much disrespect, hate, and somehow it sits in us, and we're so resentful about something. But if that didn't help what I just said about the fifth dimension, let me help you this way. Let's say you meet a person and that person really upsets you, and you know you're right. You know you're right. Now you have two ways to respond with the same hate and anger, or looking at that person and seeing God-like. Just notice, we all came from God, and we all will go there. Now, some say universe, whatever your theory is, it's fine. I'm trying to show you a big picture. Once you see that big picture, this little person who is getting on your nerves, it really doesn't matter. Because at this point, you will look at that person and you will think, I came from God and this person came from God. So we got like. If this was God, which in a way is, just like I am, the little Twinkie Zinky from God, the peace of God, how I'm going to respond to this person? If I respond brutally, nasty, would I do the same if it was God Himself in front of me? No, I wouldn't. So if you believe, regardless of your religion or not, that somebody came from where you came from, you will be not able to say anything nasty, bad, or disrespectful to the other person. I don't care who that is. If you see God and His own road, His own life purpose, His own destiny, life path, you will know better. Love you all, and talk to you next time.